G'day guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the Random Grid Replica Championship on Project Cars 2. Now I'll use my real voice. And we're here for the last round of that championship at Bathurst in the GT3 cars, and we are ready to get off the grid. It is Neil on pole position from RZR and Stacker in third. Bidzster gets fourth. So here we go, ready for the start here at Bathurst in Australia. Ready to go. Oh, we've got a jump start at the back and then we're off. Down towards the first corner we go, and we've got a few cars. Oh, one car in the wall in the background. Bidzster's coming around the first corner. Stacker on the inside of RZR gives me a little tap to make good friends. Round the first corner, Blakeney, Growly, TY, Spapper, everyone really close. Meanwhile, Neil making a break for it up front. Neil making an absolute break for it. Bidzster, Stacker, Growly Bear side by side as we go up and over the mountain. We're up and over towards the entrance to the mountain. Down towards turn 2. Look at them all. 5 of them. All together. Whoa, and we've got Stacker goes wide into the wall. Blakeney has to move out of the way and almost hits Spapper. Contact, bang, 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 bang. Everyone in the middle hitting each other. Oh, Stacker goes into the wall. Oh, wow. Spapper goes through in 7th in the McLaren. Stacker in the Lamborghini back down to 9th place after a what was a promising start towards the first corner. And now up the hill, everyone closing on each other. As RZR hits the wall, Bidzster closes up to him. Bidzster right behind RZR Blake now. Down, up and over the hill. Over the top of the mountain. Then we're going to go down towards the dipper in a minute. We've got contact further back, Blake and everyone, and then we've got Bidzster. Oh, Bidzster passes RZR Blade. Bidzster passes RZR down towards the dipper. Everyone else working the way through. There's Blakeney ahead of Cyrex and Spapper, all very close together. Nice to see a lot of different cars in this as well. As we go down towards the Forest Elbow at the bottom of the dipper, towards the Conrod Straight. Blakeney goes into the corner very, very quick, and then Cyrex has to sort of slow down because of the back end stepping out, and luckily everything's okay there. As we look at Growly Bear then, he's attacking RZR Blade, TY trying to keep up as well. So it's Neil, Bidzster, RZR, Growly. The order so far. Growly pulls out to overtake the Porsche on the straight. The Acura NSX passes the Porsche, and the Porsche comes back alongside into the braking zone. Whoa! And doesn't hit him, just puts him a bit offline. That a good pass there by RZR. There's Blake, and we've got Cyrex going backwards, I think. Cyrex is off the road, he's on the grass, so again we'll have to get a replay on that as well. So as RZR goes towards the last corner then, round the last corner in third place, TY now behind him, putting him under a bit of pressure, and then we've got Growly Bear back behind TY. So all happened back there, so we'll get some replays on that first lap action. Further back, so Stacker comes across here, and then Keith spins as well. That's what happened to Keith as well. So, and then it all got a bit bang, bang, bang. Stacker goes into the wall. That's what happens when you try and get 3 wide up the mountain. Cyrex and Co at the end of the Conrod Straight. So you see Spapper there, about breaks himself, bang, hits the back of Cyrex, who spins around on the grass, can't quite keep hold of it. So Spapper just outbrakes himself, and then Cyrex spun. But if you look here, Spapper gentlemanly waits to the side and lets Cyrex go. So as we come back from that end, TY gets a good run on RZR, and Growly's approaching as well. TY goes through on RZR. Obviously got a bad run out the corner, and Growly goes through as well. So RZR now with Blake behind, and Blake has to wait until after the next corner. Growly Bear attacking TY here as well, and then we've got Cyrex and Stacker. So Stacker's gone backwards here towards Cyrex, and up to the start of the mountain climb. Up to the top of the mountain. Oh, up to the hairpin, almost contact between the two of them, very close indeed there, as Spapper now looks for a way through past Cyrex. Cyrex very promising in qualifying, but not really having the race pace at the minute, getting shuffled backwards as Spapper and Stevie decide to hit the wall and lose a bit of time there. And I think Growly's gone backwards as well, so Growly's made a mistake somewhere as well, so we'll get a little replay of that before we look at the Growly incident. So looking here, it's Stacker around the first corner on the start of lap 2, loses the back of the car, and that's how he ended up falling back into the hands of Cyrex, who was just exiting the corner there. Okay, here's the replay what happened to Growly for him to go down a couple of positions. So coming up to the mountain climb, runs a bit wide here, and then just breezes over the curb and then goes into the wall. It eats a load of grass, and RZR and Blakeney go thank you, and Blakeney gives him a little nudge just to make good friends as he passes him. As you come down the dipper then, We look at them, and then we've got Bidzster here going through the Forest Elbow. He's catching Neil for the lead, so Bidzster's really on it here, the champion. Bidzster's obviously got crowned champion last round, in about the second race of the last round, so he's flashing Neil now, saying, I'm coming for you, I'm on my way. So there's Azadar Blade in the Porsche, Blakeney in the Lamborghini being chased by Growley in the Acura. Again, nice to see so many different cars, as Azadar must have a problem of some sort. He's really slow on that straight, and the Porsche isn't usually that slow in a straight line, but definitely had a bad run of some sort there, so Growley can't quite get through yet, he's got to wait for it. So into the next corner we go, at the bottom of the Conrod straight. Azadar Blake goes wide onto the grass, that's going to lose him time. Where's Blake though? Where's Growley though? He's coming up behind him. And meanwhile further back we've got Cyrex battling as well with Stacker. He's going up the inside of Stacker into the last corner. Is he going to outbrake himself? No. Perfect move there by Cyrex. Almost runs wide. Spapper goes a bit out of shape as well. And that'll leave himself open to attack from Stevie in the Lamborghini. We've not seen much of Stevie in this race, but there he is in 10th place. Oh, Spapper goes a bit wide, and Stevie will get a decent run here onto the straight. Meanwhile, Bidzster's right behind Neil as we come up to the mountain. So Bidzster looking for a way past Neil here, up to the top of the mountain. Neil in the Porsche, Bidzster in the Lamborghini. Gets a good run out the corner, but still can't quite get past yet. As we look back at Blake, there he is. Now Cyrex, Stacker and Co. Oh, as Azadar goes into the wall. Now was that a mistake or was he pushed? We'll get a replay. Okay, here's a replay. What happened to Azadar Blade then for him to go back down the order? So Cyrex passes him on the straight there because he must have a problem with some sort of Azadar. He goes into the corner a bit too hot. And then Stacker, he goes a bit hot as well. Can't help just brushing him. And then Azadar Blade brushes the wall as well. But I'd say that was a racing incident. As we come back from that then, Spapper in 8th, as we look at a load of wall there, Spapper being attacked by Stevie. Still no way through yet. As we look at Bidzster then, who's right behind Neil. Practically pushing him down the dipper now. As we go down the dipper, left, right, got a brake as you're going downhill, very tricky stuff. It's a mind meld of all sorts of braking, acceleration and steering all in one. And no, Neil makes a little mistake into the Forest Elbow, but gets away with it, and then onto the straight they go. Meanwhile, Growley there he is with Cyrex behind him, and then Spapper with in the middle of a Stacker and Stevie Lamborghini sandwich in the McLaren. So the McLaren, the ham in the sandwich, and Stevie loses it completely. Oh wow, I think he put more butter on that bread than intended. Absolutely straight into the wall. And yeah, Azadar Blake gets a place. So Stevie goes backwards, a nice 360, and then back to where he was as Stacker, Cyrex and Spapper all very close as we come down the end of the Conrod straight. And it's Cyrex on the outside. Stacker goes for the inside, he's on the grass, he's going to have to brake. Oh, he's going to hit Cyrex in the back end, and he does. Hits Cyrex, and Spapper says, thank you boys, I'll take that. Cyrex eats more gravel in that BMW. Oh, and he spins around again. I think that's the second time he's been on that grass today. So he'll be making the BMW imprint in the on the grass. As we go and get going again, Cyrex and Stacker still close together. Obviously Stacker pulls behind him and lets him go, but Cyrex not having a good race in this one today. As Bidzster is having a good one though. He's right behind Neil Farmack, lap 4 out of 7. He still can't get through past Neil. Neil been a rolling roadblock here. Can't get past that Porsche. Obviously it's quite a hard track to overtake on Bathurst, especially up the mountain section and that. It's very narrow, there's only like one line through really, so the only real place is at the end of the Conrod straight into the braking zone and the last and first corners. Apart from that, it's quite hard to overtake on this track. Oh, unless you make a mistake like what Neil just did there. A little mistake and now he's compromised his line. Bidzster will close right up behind him. Down towards the dipper. Onto the brakes. Steerer. Brake. Power. Neil's lost it. Oh, I thought he had lost it then. He tapped the wall and he's going to get a bad run out of this corner. Bidzster could capitalise with a good run out of here. Straight lines the corner, but Neil still keeps the track position for now. Into the Forest Elbow. Neil still ahead of Bidzster and onto the back straight. As we look at Azadar Blade, Brad is in the Audi and Stevie in the Lamborghini, all very close together. Up and over the top into the top of the dipper, going down the dipper now. Azadar leads Bradders. Bradders has lost the control of the car though, and Stevie's right behind him. Oh, Bradders is... oh, just about recovers it. Once you lose it on the dipper, you turn into a passenger and it just takes you down like a roller coaster ride. As Azadar slides into the Forest Elbow, so does Bradders, but they all get away with it. Meanwhile, Bidzster still cannot find a way past Neil. And look who that is in the background who's closing up. TY, he's in the Nissan. Finally got some clear track and seen what he can do. Meanwhile, Bidzster behind Neil now. Is he going to look for the inside? No, doesn't do it into that one. Neil defends only slightly. And oh, he's lost the back end. There's no contact there. Neil just lost the back end of the car on power, and Bidzster goes straight through. So there was no contact there at all. Neil makes a mistake. Bidzster goes through. So Bidzster from Neil then. TY in third. Blakeney a very solid fourth at the minute. So Blakeney definitely an up-and-coming driver at the end of this season. So watch this space for next season. You never know. And there's Growley Bear in fifth in the Acura. Spapper sixth in the McLaren. There's Bradders, and then we've got Stevie around the outside of Azadar Blade. So Azadar Blade goes backwards again. So Azadar goes backwards, and Stevie makes up a position, and now he's attacking Bradders. So that multicoloured Lamborghini, looks like it's been graffiti arted, goes alongside the Audi of Bradders, and he's mowing the lawn a bit as well as we go into the corner to start the mountain climb, and he goes straight through. So Bradders tried to close the door a little bit there, but couldn't quite do it, and Stevie goes straight through into 7th place. Meanwhile, further back, Cyrex still cannot get rid of Stacker. So Stacker and Cyrex still battling to and fro here. So hopefully not any more trips into the grass. But you never know. We're not over yet. Still on lap 5 out of 7. So Bidzster pulling ahead of Neil Farmack now. So Neil Farmack really trying to stay with Bidzster here, but he's not doing bad. He's staying with him as such, but Bidzster's got a 1 second gap over him now. TY still trying to close in third. He's 3 seconds off Neil Farmack now. That was 4 seconds the previous lap. And Blakeney in fourth, with Growley catching him slowly. So that could be another battle to present itself, as we've got Spapper following Growley as well. So that could be, again, that's another battle that could start. And we've got Bradders and Stevie here in 7th and 8th positions. And then we've got Cyrex in 9th. Azadar in 10th. Stacker's gone back down to 11th. So Stacker, I think Cyrex actually got past Azadar. So I don't think it's I think it's just the fact that Cyrex is pulling away here. And poor old Keith at the back, not enjoying these cars really in this one. Not his type of car. So hopefully he'll do better in the V8 supercar in the 3rd and 4th races. Meanwhile, Bidzster must have made a mistake somewhere, because Neil now is right on the back of him with 2 laps to go here at Bathurst in this first race. All the action in one race and up towards the top. But I can guarantee you though, the action will be just as action-packed in the hopefully in the 2nd, 3rd and 4th races, as Bidzster gets a good line out of there, squirms on the power and goes up the hill. Blakeney then with Spapper closing him down. So Growley's gone backwards a little bit here. So Spapper passes Growley. There we are. So the red McLaren is in front of the Acura. So Spapper now free to try and attack Blakeney with a lap and a half to go here in this race. Cyrex now in front of Bradders. So Cyrex gets past Bradders, moves up another position. As we look at Stacker, he's ahead of Azadar Blade. So Stacker making progress in this as well. So again, all happening here, even with just a lap and a half remaining. As we look at Blakeney and Spapper, then Spapper closes up on Blakeney, but he's not going to close up doing that. But Blakeney will give it away doing that as he bounces off the wall. And now he's ruined his entrance for the dipper. He's lost control. Spapper comes up to behind him. Blakeney goes down the dipper, but he has to slow down at the end because he compromised his line. Spapper can't get around him. Red car versus red car. Lamborghini versus McLaren. Down to the Forest Elbow. Oh, and Blakeney goes a bit wide, but just about scrapes away with it there. Oh, very close to contact with the wall, and Spapper will be right there in the draft now, wanting to try and get through. As we go down the straight, and we're going to stick with this battle, closest one on track at the minute, unless you look at Stevie and Cyrex. Stevie will want to keep Cyrex behind. If Cyrex gets a really good run out of that corner, he should be able to get past him on the left, and he is doing. Straight past him. Meanwhile, Spapper and Blake. Spapper tries to go on the outside of Blake and can't quite do it. So Spapper then has to go onto the grass, and he might even lose a place to Growly here as we go up over the top. Growly's coming up in the Akora, gets the inside for the last corner and gets the inside, gets the move done. So Spapper move. Oh, he's lost the back end. Spapper's lost the back end and he starts doing 360s. And now he's spinning around in the gravel. Meanwhile, here comes Stevie and Cyrex. Cyrex gets past Stevie, obviously. Where's Spapper? Is he rejoined? Yes, there he is. He's rejoined, but he's lost a lot of time now. So it looks like it's going to be 6th place for Spapper, unless he gets a miracle comeback or even loses more places. You never know. As we look at Cyrex and Stevie then into the first corner for the last time. Through here, nice and steady, lovely job there. Meanwhile, Bidzster up and over the mountain here somewhere. There he is on his last lap of the race. Still pushing hard, because remember you get an extra point for fastest lap, but he's already champion, so I don't see why he needs it, but he doesn't necessarily need it, he might want it. And that's the fire in Bidzster's belly that he wants to go for. But meanwhile, Neil will still be trying to do the same thing as he pushes over the top of the dipper and round down the bottom side. TY's still only 2 seconds back, so a mistake from Neil could cost him, and that were a bit slowed out of the dipper as well. So, but TY gets through nicely there as well. As we look at Spapper then in 6th, Cyrex in 7th round here. There he is. Then we've got Stevie behind him, and then we've got Bradders. So a little bit more spread out now in most of the packs and the battles here, but still, it's not over until the checkered flag flies. Let's look at Bidzster then, coming down the Conrod straight for the last time, into the kink, into the braking zone, brake, front end of the car pitches down, into the corner, lovely job there by Bidzster, down towards the last corner. There's Neil in 2nd, and then let's have a look, Growly and Blakeney. Growly's in the draft of Blakeney, but I don't think he'll be close enough. There's still about a second in it, so don't think he'll be close enough to get another position unless he makes a mistake. But Bidzster comes across the line as he laps Keith, because Keith don't want to do another lap. Bidzster wins. Well done to Bidzster. He wins the race. Keith obviously finishes in 12th there. Neil is going to be in 2nd, but TY tried his best in 3rd, but he finishes 3rd there. So Neil 2nd, TY 3rd. Blakeney is going to come round for a well-deserved 4th here. Growly's still behind him, still pushing him, but still can't quite get close enough. So Blakeney is going to come across the line and finish in 4th place. Well done to Blakeney in the Lamborghini. Flashes lights, he's happy with that. Well done to Blake. Growly finishes in 5th. A really good position for him as well. Spapper, 6th place. Could have been more if he didn't make that mistake, but 6th for Spapper. 7th for Cyrex, and Stevie's lost it on the last corner. Stevie's lost it on the last corner. Can he get going in time? Where's the other cars? Here he is, Bradders. Bradders comes round, but Stevie just gets away with it there in 8th place. So very lucky 8th place there for Stevie. Bradders in 9th. Stacker finishes in 10th after a bit of a topsy-turvy race. And Arzadar will come across the line in 11th after having a bit of a disappointing race in that one. So we'll just get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay guys, here's the results from that end. So Bidzster takes the win in that one. Well done to Bidzster. He finishes 7 seconds ahead of Neil in 2nd place. Then it's TY in 3rd. And then 4th place is Blakeney. And then 5th is Growly Bear as we go over the page. Spapper finishes in 6th. Cyrex finishes 7th, a bit further down the order than expected. 8th for Stevie, and then it's Bradders in 9th. Stacker finishes in 10th. Arzadar finishes in 11th, and Keith, unlucky, in 12th place. So as we come back from that then, there's your winner, Bidzster in the Lamborghini. Well done to Bidzster, he wins race 1, and we'll see you guys again for race 2 in the GT3 cars. So we'll see you then guys, take care.